sports disasters. At New Hampshire International Speedway, a superbike race appears to be going smoothly until a rider loses control. With bikes racing all around him, the rider manages to crawl off, shaken up but not badly injured. Two workers race onto the track to clear the debris when things really get out of hand.
Yep.
Another rider smashes into both of them at full speed. People are hurt, and hurt badly, from this freak accident. Here it is again. After the first rider goes down, 4 bikes manage to avoid him. As he crawls off on his hands and knees, you can see the workers make their fateful dash onto the track. And that's when it gets ugly. Both suffer injuries, but one of them has a long recovery ahead with a fractured pelvis and tailbone and a broken rib. Despite the best efforts of those who manage these events, stuff happens.
Taylor looking good right now.
Stuff that no one can predict or prevent.
Bicycle between Stephen Williams, upside down. And a fire starts to break out.
Precious time elapses before the driver is able to loosen his seatbelt and climb out.
And a fire breaking out of 93 is Stephen Williams.
But there's a problem.
He is out of the race car. Race fans, on your feet.
He's on fire.
Is he still on fire? He's got some alcohol burning there.
Watch the gas tank ignite after the crash. Inside the car, the driver knows that he only has seconds to escape. In the meantime, he must battle deadly fumes that impair his ability to breathe and think clearly. Once he has freed himself from the confines of his belt, it's not over by a long shot. In this instance, the driver is literally on fire and doesn't realize it until a spectator urgently tells him to roll. Ultimately, he escapes the blaze uninjured. In Welsford, New Zealand, a few of the locals take to the dirt track for a race. Although the speeds are not overwhelming, the lack of traction and unevenness of the track can create difficulties. Here, one of the drivers takes a turn too fast and tumbles. Problem is, and it's a big problem, the fuel tank has ruptured and gas is leaking onto the track right next to the trapped driver's head. And suddenly, there is an explosion. Frantically, the driver tries to escape and does so. The car tumbled onto its side, making it hard for the driver to exit. Seeing the fuel leaking, the other drivers come to his aid. Peering inside the car, they can see that he has managed to unlatch the seatbelt, and they know time is of the essence. And sure enough, the car explodes before he can climb out. Fortunately, he has managed to climb halfway out and needs only to be pulled to safety. He emerges unscathed from an accident that could have been devastating.